Welcome to boardshop.co.uk. Battle of the Bands time. It's so exciting I can almost not contain myself. Two great boards up against each other this week. My very own Evo 69er from Pukas against Matt's Smooth Operator. I'll tell you a little bit about this, he'll tell you a little bit like that, about that, and then we'll go through and rate them. So, Pukas 69er Evo, mid-length with performance, a bit of Axel Lorenz genius, the way he smuggles the volume in to give you a board that paddles amazingly, but actually serves really well too. 5-fin setup, so good variety, mainly surf it as a quad because it generates lots of speed, keeps it a bit looser, but it's a fun all-round board to maximise wave count that you can actually surf as well. Matt, Smooth Operator, what's it about?
So yeah, the Smooth Operator by Lost and by Matt Biolos, and it's actually the board that he surfs most. I've seen some great videos and some clips of him surfing in some tropical waves, absolutely taking on anything on this, and that's what made me want to get one. It's, again, kind of similar profile and outline. It's got nice volume positioned under the chest, paddles really well. With this, you get the 4+1 setup, so slightly different 5-fin setup than the Pukas. I generally ride it as a quad, but you could put it as a 2+1 with like a longer single fin as well. And yeah, I love it. Speed, flow, you feel really stylish surfing it. So, and it's yeah, it's what he surfs himself. So that.
Right, that'll do.
Yeah.
Paddle speed. How do we rate them? It paddles amazingly, the 69er Evo. It's got that little beak at the front, smuggles a little bit more volume in, nice and flat through the midsection. It's pretty much as good as it gets. I'll give it 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm giving this 5. I think it paddled extremely well for a board of its size.
That's controversial.
Yeah, I think it wins. Just on the days where I've out-paddled you, Biggie. But no, it just catches absolutely everything. I reckon 9 out of 10 waves you're getting on this. So 5 out of 5.
So when it comes to actual wave catching as opposed to just paddle speed, they both get in really early. I love the way on this board, the 69er, that the nose dips very slightly just as you get into the wave. But it's easy, they both compete really well with crowded lineups for longboards and SUPs and motorised surfboards and whatever else you'll find out there now. Again, I'll give it 4.5 out of 5 because it can't be perfect, can it?
I couldn't really add anything to what Big E just said other than this is 4.5 out of 5. Catches in as many waves as really you want to. Can't really be perfect, but yeah, so 4.5 again. Next one is the speed factor.
Speed. Single to double concave, nice big flat section, bit of width in the board, volume smuggled in through the middle of the board, through the centre, pared down into the rails. But in terms of paddle speed, we've covered that. But in terms of speed when you're up and riding, it's just fast, especially with a quad. The great thing about these kind of boards is that they accelerate very quickly, so getting around those sections or outrunning someone that you've just dropped in on is all possible. Again, 4.5 out of 5 is brilliant.
Yeah, again, up and riding speed, this thing generates speed for you, so it makes it really easy to surf, and it feels like you're surfing a bit better than you kind of do if you're having to like hop and bounce and look all ugly. This thing's kind of got that effortless glide and flow. Surf it as a quad and you just feel as soon as your feet land, the board is just driving you. So I gave it 4.5 out of 5. I think for a mid-length it's cruisy but fast.
So manoeuvrability, I love the way that Axel Lorenz just gets the rocker balanced perfectly on his boards, and that tail rocker, there's just enough, and the tail pulls in just enough to loosen the board up. And as I said a minute ago, the volume's through the centre of the board, and as you come into the rails pull down to give it a little bit more aggression, comes in just before the fin, so it gives you a kind of pivoty feel, and it turns, it's like surfing a proper surfboard. It feels much shorter than it actually is when you're surfing it. 4.5 out of 5 again. I seem to be stuck on 4.5s. Matt?
Pretty good score though, you know. Yeah, so I love this board, and like I said and previously, it's very flowy. I found the manoeuvrability to be, if you wanted to push it a little bit and try and get a bit more snappy on it, it didn't like it. either as a quad or a 2+1, even with that bigger fin to pivot off of, it still wanted to be more drawn out, more longer lines, just classy surfing rather than like that kind of whack. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 because you can turn it with ease, but you have to kind of play to the board's rules a little bit.
Good. The fun factor. Well, I think we pretty much summed it up. These boards are brilliant. They're great fun. The days of pro surfing are probably behind me now. If they ever were there at all, they weren't. So surfing for me is about catching a lot of waves, enjoying being up and riding, trying to push some turns, but mainly just having fun. And these boards, this board in particular, it does all that. 4.5 out of 5 again. Why else am I going to score it?
So yeah, again, fun on this is you can't not smile when you're surfing this board. The only thing for me is, you know, I wanted it to be a little bit more like kind of, if I wanted to try and throw it and be a bit more in control. So I gave it a 4 out of 5, but you know, the rolled rails make it nice and easy. It's super user friendly and really forgiving. If you pop up and you're off or whatever, you can still crack on. Yeah. So I gave it 4, which means that you win by 0.5 of a point, which is, you know, strange that you
win again. Oh wow, who would have thought it? Well, there it is. 2 great boards. Suited to slightly different expectations of your surfing, but both winners. There'll be another battle of the boards coming soon. Thanks for watching.
These are both available at Boardshop right now. You can use finance. You can
sell, Matt.
You can follow us on Instagram. Thanks for watching.
Bye.